exactly do men want? What makes a relationship wonderful and the man will just say, yes, I found her. Ah, she's the one. That question is the question that many people ask in different ways. Like, we have remixes to that question, and it's a question I want to answer in today's video. So, 7 things that men want. We are going to talk about it in today's video. And I want to put it out that these are conversations I've had with different men at different points. And it is safe to say that beyond the head knowledge that we know, I'll be expounding on certain things that we already know are part of the points I'm going to raise, but I'll be expounding on them to help you to get it better. Hey guys, how you doing today? So confession, this is just one of those days where you're like, I'm not in the mood. But I'm actually choosing to still do this, because in the end, if we are waiting for days when we feel like everything is on point, we have to do it because we feel like doing it, you never get anything done. And so, to a future self that would enjoy doing this, this is your motivation right now. Okay, so I'm Dedoyin Ajayi. I'm a Nigerian-based psychotherapist, and I put out content like this that emphasizes the mental health aspects of things, and of course helps us to create awareness basically for our mental health in general. Okay, so I once had to attend to someone who was in a very bad shape, and I know we all catch a lot of clout on social media, like, oh, I don't need a relationship, who needs love, yada yada yada. But in the end, let's not lie, let's not steal. We all want someone that makes us feel special. We want someone that we feel, someone that gets us. Do you understand? Someone that makes us feel really special, and that person that we can call my go-to. Do you understand? My safe space. We all want it, and there's no need to deny it, because it's just what makes life better. Let's not lie to ourselves. And so I'll be treating certain relationship dynamics in the subsequent videos. But for this particular episode, which will be the first episode of a series, or we can call it the relationship series, I'll be addressing 7 things that men want. Okay, I'm beginning to get into the vibe. Little by little. Vibe killer. Okay, so the first thing that men want is praise and approval. Praise and approval. I cannot overemphasize the power of approval. When you appreciate someone, when you make them feel like they are valid, it goes a long way. Now, I'm going to teach us something today. Have you heard of new relationship energy? New relationship energy is that energy you had in the first 3-4 weeks of your relationship. It is hot. Everything is on point. Do you understand? You are calling each other back to back. You'll be sounding mushy. Hello, baby, what's going on? You're the best. Send love emails. Send encouragement. All of that vibe is really amazing. It's creating a lot of dopamine. There's a lot of feel good going on in your system. And then 1 month, 2 months into the relationship, for some people, the NRE lasts a long time, but for others, 1 month later, and things are beginning to peter out. By the time you realize that things are petering out, all those approvals, all those words of commendation just seem to find an exit. And the guy is not really going to be motivated when you are not saying those things. You'll be surprised at how effective commending and approving your guy can go. A man will not outrightly come to you and say, oh, I like it when you say good things about me, or oh, I like it when you send me messages emphasizing the good things I do. But doing them, not because they just bought you an iPhone or because they actually put you on their status, you just chose to do it. You just chose to say things about them to their faces or to people, it has a way of strengthening the bond. It has a way of making you guys closer. Do you understand? So go ahead and rush that guy with approval this week. Just let him know that, see, I feel you, I'm vibing with you, you are vibes on vibes, and that's on periods. And number 2, emotional intimacy. It is a very important factor to note. Now, I need you to pay attention to this one, because when it comes to the first aspect of relationships, you realize that there is a lot of mushiness going on. There's a lot of energy that we put in during that first few days and weeks, and it's called new relationship energy. Now, emotional intimacy during that period is always at a very beautiful crescendo, so everything is going well, but it might plateau and start to drop if you no longer do those things you used to do. And that's why you cannot afford to stop doing certain things that made your man feel connected to you. Do you understand? So you gotta keep them up. And these things are stuff like going out with him, planning those mini random gifts, sending memes, and it's just all those random little acts of kindness that make all the difference in the end. So you can actually make your man to feel very safe with you by ensuring that you maintain those things you used to do during the period of your NRA. Do you understand? So make sure you keep that intimacy on 100. You want to be able to gist him about how your day went. You want to be able to tell him random things. You want to be able to listen to him. Listening, as far as I'm concerned, is a love language. New improved addition to the love languages. Please, by all means, listen to that young man. Make sure you emphasize the listening part of your communication. Very, very key. And so number 3 is actually going to be a build up of number 2, and that is touch and initiating sex. Now, I want you to know that when it comes to the game of love, there is nothing like doing too much. There is nothing like trying to play safe, because while you're trying to play safe, somebody out there is being wild. You understand? And I'm not saying that you have to be wild because someone is being wild, but I'm saying that you cannot allow yourself to be boxed by certain social constructs and now not enjoy your relationship. So I'm a big advocate of being very touchy-feely. Do you understand? So I know that I have a very mixed viewership. Yeah. So regardless of the orientation you belong to, thought-wise, what I'm saying holds true. So whether you belong to the thought pattern that whatever you do should be after marriage, this still applies to you. So whether you're married or not, have this knowledge. You cannot sustain a relationship, especially where emotional intimacy is concerned, and cut out touches. Do you understand? Be able to enjoy touching your guy's body, touch his beard, play with his hair. You understand? Make sure that you get yourself acquainted with making him feel safe, cocooned, wrapped up in this random hugs. You don't want to be very selfish with your hugs. Hug is very good actually for our feelings. It gives us this feeling of well-being, feeling of being loved and cherished. So don't skimp on hugs. Do you get? So that's very important. And then regardless of the class you belong to, again, where sex is concerned, it's normal that in our society men tend to be the ones to initiate sex. But I can tell you that I've talked to a lot of people. I recently had a session with a man, and he made it very clear that, see, I want to feel wanted. I want my wife to also ask me for this thing. Like, why am I always the one saying, let's do something? Tell me now. Tell me too now that you want it. I mean, you don't want it. So please, girls, don't be too coy about it. If you want it, you go for it. And yeah, I also understand the fact that, again, social constructs. Do you understand? Social constructs can play a huge role in all of these things. But I am insisting that happiness is not about social constructs. It is about your values that run in tandem with your belief. So if your belief and your values are working for you, by all means go for them. And one of the beliefs you should hold on to where relationships are concerned are the beliefs that will make you happy, not the ones that somebody that does not know you will impose on you and is not even there to suffer with you. I hope you dig. So, babe, make that man know that he is in the right department, in the love department. And now that takes us to number 4, me time. Me time should not be something that we should even be discussing, but yes, we have to discuss it, because for some reason a lot of women feel that the moment you belong to them, you have no right as a man to actually do or engage in any other activity. And you'll be surprised that this tiny issue can cause a lot of commotion. Do you get? So I had the privilege to speak to a couple just about 2 weeks ago, and everything is fine with them. Really, there's no problem per se, but the lady keeps feeling like, we go to work together, you go to work, I go to work. When we are coming back from work, the only place to come is home. And even on the weekend, because we go to work Mondays to Fridays, on the weekend, stay at home. Let's spend time together. She has a valid point, but the guy began to feel choked. And so she felt he was being selfish. Things just degenerated, and it became an issue of, oh well, if you won't give me space to do me, then let's just take a break. And so the guy chose to pay for a few sessions, and I helped the lady to understand what I'm about to say now. First, as far as she's concerned, I see no reason why you are married to me and you're seeking me time. Me time is equivalent to us time, because you belong to me and I belong. You get? Now we are together now. So why are you looking for me time? But it doesn't work like that, please. The guy still needs his me time. The guy still needs his space. He might just want to play games. He might want to hang out with the boys. He might want to just enjoy being on his phone, scrolling through social media. But it's not every single waking moment that he would want to spend with you. And that's fine. It does not mean he doesn't love you. It just means that everybody, to achieve a wholesome life, should have some time earmarked for themselves. Do you get? So there's no problem with that at all. And that's why, as a lady, you also need to fashion out a healthy regimen for yourself that keeps you busy and occupied, so that with or without your man, you are also able to enjoy yourself and your time without feeling insecure or feeling like your relationship is going through a threat. So yeah, enjoy the time out with your girls. Do things, read novels, watch stuff on Netflix. Your life belongs to everything that has to do with your relationship, but it does not mean that you cannot experience time outside the relationship. And the same thing goes for your husband or your partner, as the case may be in this situation. So the fact that the brother has committed himself to you does not mean that you should not have some breathing space. I know you love him. He loves you too. But please, give him time. Give him space. Please. Number 5 is grooming. So I know that many times we emphasize on character and all of that, which is nice. I'm not even going to dispute the fact that you have good character, because character is very nice. We all like it. It does not suddenly cancel out your look good or good looking game. Do you understand? Don't skimp on that. You don't have to break the bank to look good. So please do what you can to look as speckable as you can. Look like a speck. It won't cost you much. Do you understand? And I also advise that you go very high on your perf game. Smell nice. Do you understand? Let your scent have a signature scent, and if you don't have a signature, at least let your signature be that you always smell nice regardless of the perfume you are using. Invest a little. There are so many little perfume oils now that's for sale. Just have this attitude of wanting to be recognized as someone who grooms. And it doesn't mean that you even have to know how to do anything with your face. I'm just saying that in your own way, personality-wise, be presentable. Let him be able to say, yeah, that's my babe. Do you understand? And that's going to fly. That's going to fly. Number 6 is respect. Now, I was intentional about keeping respect towards the tail end because I wanted to hit some points. Now, I need you to understand that it's okay to be woke. It's okay to want to adhere to certain new value systems that is popping up on social media. I don't have any grounds with all of that. But I beg you, you and your wokeness, ensure that you don't cut out respect from the mix. Whatever you are doing in your relationship, respect is going to be a major ingredient for happiness. In fact, you as a lady, you want to be respected. How much more your man? So it works both ways, yeah? You don't want to have a man who feels grossly disrespected. And this doesn't have anything to do with sa, ma, and all of that. I'm talking about respecting the person's ideas, respecting the things they tell you, respecting their values enough to want to follow through with whatever you guys agree to do. Do you understand? So if your guy has told you that, okay, this and this and this and this are the things I want or the things I like, and you did not say, oh, I don't like it or I like it, and then you choose to just do other things, you have no respect for him. And there are different ways to show this respect. And I'm always insistent on saying that, see, no matter how much we try to pretend like we don't care about these little things, the truth is we all do. Respect is an inherent need. And however you choose to interpret respect, don't skimp on it. You can go ahead and do your research on respect. In fact, I dare you to take an exercise at the end of this conversation or at the end of this video. If you have a husband or a boyfriend, go to him and ask him, do you feel I respect you? Ask him for his objective opinion. Don't assume. Do you understand? Don't assume. This thing not be waiting because I respect my guy. It's not by, you don't assume. You gotta ask. Communication, don't forget. So you ask him, do you feel respected? To you, how would you term respect? And do you feel you're getting it from me? And if he says it's not, don't get defensive. Just fix it. Do you understand? So respect is quite big. Don't skimp on it. And the last but not the least is discretion with social media visibility. Discretion being that when I see many ladies post their boyfriends online all the time, you get, for them it's like, oh, I'm flaunting this guy. I want him to know that it is he I am with and no other person. Do you understand? Like, it's supposed to be a good thing. But even before I made this particular video, I asked a considerable number of guys who said that they really don't appreciate the publicity. And I know that some of you will say, hey, it's because they are doing shino now and they don't want other people to catch them now. But the truth is, it's not even about that. Sometimes we just don't want our business on social media. So if the guy is trying to be hush-hush and you're just putting him out there, it has a way of dampening his morale. So you want to go very easy. You want to go very, very easy on social media visibility. And even if you're going to do it, make sure it is something he is cool with. Do you understand? Make sure it's something he wants and he appreciates. Not that he's in the bathroom. I've seen really hilarious videos where I saw one that the guy was visibly displeased. Like, apparently they were having a very intimate moment and then he was like, I love you. And then the girl was making a live video. And I was like, why are you recording this? And she was like, what's that? Those screws. And the girl was like, why? This is supposed to be between you and I don't want my guy seeing me like that now. I don't know. The guy was so embarrassed. Like, no, I was being a baby with you and I don't want anybody seeing all of that. Like, I'm being vulnerable with you, not with the world. So why are you showing everybody? Do you get? So you want to go easy. You want to go really easy on social media. I want you to know that at the end of the day, the bedrock of all of this is communication. You don't say things like, hey, I'm trying my very best, or this is who I am. This is who I am will not sell you to the right guy. This is who I am will not put happiness on your relationship table. So please do well to be flexible, to be teachable. And of course, don't forget that regardless of everything we've discussed here, you still need to know that your man would be the one to give you all the things that he wants. You get? So it's not supposed to be something that will be strange to ask. Please, by all means, be confident enough to desire to know, what exactly would you want from me in this relationship? Do you understand? Don't ever feel bad about asking the question, or don't feel self-conscious about that. So that brings us to the end of today's episode. Today's famous episode. If you know, you know. Yeah, thank you for following through. Thank you so much for doing this. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Follow me across all my social media handles. I drop content on all of them every week, at least majorly on Twitter and Instagram. That's very, very sure. And I would like to engage your collaboration in this regard. If you have anything you want me to address, any mental health question that you have that you want me to specifically address, please drop them in the comments below, because this video was actually sponsored by a request of that nature. People want to know, what can I say my guy wants? And that's the answer to that question. So do well to drop your questions. I'm here at your service. Nigerian-based psychotherapist. I got you. You can book a session as well. Till I see you in the next video. Bye.